Hi everyone. Okay, let's start. In this session, we will talk about text overset and how you can check a preference in Adobe InDesign. So when the design auto-generated, the text automatically shrink down to fit in the text frames. If the text overset the text frames. Okay. At first here we are talking about TreeShade and its free extension and local server. Mainly extend Adobe InDesign functionality and also extend Adobe Bridge as file management and also connected to the local server. Here you have file. You will find this file main.js in the root folder. Execute as a Node.js server. And here I have a service called ngrok. Execute, and here I connected it to this domain to have local server on the same computer where Adobe Creative Cloud exists. So the design can be auto-generated remotely. Here we have empty document to test on. Let's close this. Okay. I have Adobe Bridge on the right and Adobe InDesign on the left. In Adobe Bridge, after installing, you will ask to create root folder. Here I have this root folder, TRST, inside the partition. And inside that folder, you will have workshop folder automatically created. And within this folder, you're supposed to put your project's files and edit them. Here we have folder called test. And let's start testing the overset feature. At first, let's delete this folder. Okay, I have folder called content to put the content inside. And here the InDesign document, it's already opened. And inside content, let's remove these. If you move to trash all files in a folder, TreeShade automatically remove that folder and go back one step. So here we need to create content again. And we will use a markdown element to format the text in the InDesign document. So from TreeShade menu, you will have this submenu called new. and this submenu installed with the software, and represent template files installed with the software. You can reveal the folder using this command. You can add files, edit them, but to be reflected on the menu, you need to restart Adobe Bridge. Here we need to create Markdown, so go to this, CMS items, then Markdown, then a new. And let's name main. Okay. Now TreeShade automatically create main text file, and also a folder have the same name, and it's actually paired to the text file, so they have relation, and the text file render the content of the folder. There are functionality connect the text file with the folder. So if you double click the text file, you can open the folder, and it's very useful if you have a long list, like hundreds of files, to connect them. Here you have settings for the Markdown. You don't need to edit the files. And also you can right click on the folder and select switch to the paired file to select the text file. And as I said, it's important if you have long list of files. Okay. Now I want to move main inside content folder. So let's use the TreeShade function. Right click on the text file and select pick for change. It's like copy or cut command, but here you don't determine what you want, just pick for change. And then let's create folder called content, and inside that folder select the command change, and then move copy here, or move here. We want to move here. I think let's try again. Right click on the text file, select pick for change, move to your target folder, then right click again and select change, move here. Okay, the file moved here with the folder. So the relation between the file and the folder enhanced or supported by TreeShade as a core function. Now we have the design document and the content folder. To reveal the project online, you need to select from new, from TreeShade menu, new, then online, and keep the same name. Now double click the text file. Because we created this text file, the InDesign document automatically triggered to be exported automatically. So let's try again. Double click on the text file that have this flag ts_key and select yes to open the online form. Now you have preview for the InDesign document, and also you have update button, but there is no field, no content. I think you need to create a text file beside content folder, because the online form doesn't reveal any folder without paired text file. So just create a text file, have the same name, content. So the content revealed, content, despite the content of the text file itself. Now let's try again. Okay, now we have markdown, so we can edit the markdown here. Okay, now if we click update, the form will have a counter, and in the local server remotely, the local server will trigger Adobe InDesign document to be opened and exported, and within 1 minute the new design will be previewed. I'm not sure what the problem, but let's remove producing from the URL. Okay, now there is no preview for the document. Let's close. And let's try again. update. Okay, the document opened because it's already was closed. Exported, then closed, and then the PDF previewed. Here we have a problem that we hadn't connected the content to the document. So let's go to the document, let's open. After exporting automatically the InDesign document, in Adobe Bridge, the PDF will be revealed here in versions PDF location. So you need to go back to workshop, to the editing location. So just click here and you will go to workshop in the same relative path. Let's open the InDesign document. Now let's place the markdown content. So open here, text frame, and while the text cursor inside the text frame, let's put Adobe Bridge on the right. While the text cursor inside, right click on the markdown item that we created, main.txt, and select place in InDesign. Place in InDesign. Now placeholder content will be placed, and we need to add to the page the language of the markdown, because here the item that you have in the initial file template have two languages, bilingual, Arabic and English. So just right click here on the page, select numbering and section options, and add in section marker _en to display only the English. Okay. Now let's update from live snippet, update all. Let's place again, cancel. So while the text cursor inside, right click and select place in InDesign. Okay. Now we have paragraph styles automatically created for the markdown. We have here main _en. Main because the file called main, the text file called main. And here we have titles, styles from 1 to 6, and we have list number. So the paragraph styles automatically created, and we need just to format. So let's format, change the format, and click Ctrl+Alt+Shift+R to redefine. If you define title 1, automatically title 2 to 6 will be modified because they based on title 1. If you right click, you will see here based on title 1. So just target title 1 and modify. and let's change to Marriott Pro. Redefine. Now if we change the size, the other titles will not be changed. So you need to modify one by one. So what we can do anyway, let's change okay, let's change. See, title 2 bigger. So let's move again. 14. And here the list number. Okay. You have script executed automatically to format the markdown here, and it actually uses conditional text to hide the markdown symbols. See here at the first, there are hidden numbers, automatically hidden, and here the hashtag automatically hidden to display the formatted text. Okay. Okay, now let's save the document and answer yes for checking in. So TreeShade automatically update the current version, export the PDF file, and also separated the image represent the page. And all exported to the output locations. Like here, you will have separated files for the page. Here the versions, and by default you have one version. You can add more. Here PDFs for each version, and here the editing location workshop. Okay, because we checked in the document, if you refresh the online form, you will have the preview available. Why this session? This session to talk about how you can solve overset. So if you have more text than the text frame, the text will be shrinked automatically to fill the text frame. So this option from TreeShade menu, you will find this option, solve overset before checking in, and it's already checked, so we don't need to do anything. And let's try to add more text and see if TreeShade will shrink the content to fit the text frame or not. Here we have 18, title 1, 18 pt, and the list 12 pt. So let's put Adobe InDesign on the right. Here. And here the online form. And this online form supposed to be edited by a remote user. like your customer or marketing team who are responsible for content, to fill the content. So let's add more text. Let's repeat the same text. Okay, and add more. Okay, let's update and see if Adobe InDesign through TreeShade will shrink the text to fit the text frame. Update. Now the local server will receive the request and trigger Adobe Bridge to open the document, update the content, and export. I see the file is not reduced, so there is a problem here. It's still counting. I think the default option here to leave the document opened until the user modify the problem manually. So you have two options: to fix the problem automatically and shrink the text, or to leave the document opened. So let's uncheck the option, this solve overset before checking in, uncheck, then check again. And for this question, click no to leave the document open. So we don't want to click no, click yes to solve the problem automatically. Okay. Now let's wait. Here to check in is 0, so the process is done. So let's execute the action again here. So let's uncheck and let's remove the producing. And let's click update again. The same problem. Still the same problem. So let's try to use normal field instead of markdown. So here inside content, let's create from TreeShade menu a new text. Let's keep the same name, text. And let's remove main.txt, the markdown item. So from TreeShade menu, move to trash, cancel, no. Here a warning that the file is placed in a document page. And this feature is very useful if you have placed files in different projects. Like if you use the library to place the files from that library inside your project in a distance, so you can you will be warned before moving any file to trash. Yes. And here another message, if you want to move the bird folder beside the text file. Okay, yes. Now instead of placing the text, the markdown, let's place the text. So right click, place in InDesign. And let's format as title one. Okay, let's save. Do you want to check in? Yes. After checking in, Adobe Bridge will reveal the PDF file. And if that's done, then the process completed. Okay. Now let's try again. Refresh the online form. And let's add more text. Okay. Update. See the text shrink and become smaller. And if we go back to the document, you will see that TreeShade automatically created a backup style that have the original text size to reverse back if the content reduced. So the original text size fit with the content fit with the original text size. Let's try again. and reduce the text size and reduce the content. It's reduced to the two sentence. Update. Now see here, some switching will happen now. See? Okay. So there is a problem in the markdown item with the solving overset option. I will check this bug and I will tell you if the problem solved. Thank you for watching, and don't hesitate to ask any question about installing or using the software. It's totally free and you can install from Adobe Exchange website. Write the software TreeShade. Thank you for watching and goodbye.